Hi and welcome to another video. So as you can see, I'm back with the Transporter Sportline, the T6.1 in Ravenna Blue. Had it for 6 months now and I must say I do love it. So I thought it would be a great time to run over all the things that I do like about it. And there's actually a surprising number of things that annoy me about it too. So let's get into that right now. So the first thing that's always worth a mention is just generally the way this thing looks. It has to be the best looking van on the road. I mean, I would say that, but I genuinely believe it. So with the Sportline, you've got the exclusive front apron, the Sportline red stripe across the grille, LED headlights with daytime running lights, Sportline badge there, exclusive 18-inch gloss black alloy wheels, gloss black mirror caps. It's not the cleanest right now, it was cleaned 2 days ago, but that's UK winter roads for you. And you've got the side skirts which are illuminated with puddle lights. And then round the back you've got the boot lid spoiler. Also worth a mention on the plus side is the performance. Drives very nice. It's 204 brake horsepower, 450 newton meters of torque, and it goes. Not that anyone's racing around in a van, but if you need to put your foot down, it certainly pulls well. Surprises a few people off the lights if you need to get gone. So yeah, very happy. DSG gearbox. Anybody that's experienced the VW DSG gearbox will know how good that is. So a nice little feature to have is the power latching slide-in door and rear tailgate. So you've got power assisted opening on the handle, so a slight pull and it pops open. Nothing mechanical about it as such. And then in the opposite direction, when you go to close, hopefully you saw that, it pulls the door shut, like a soft close function. So if you don't quite shut it up, it will pull itself in. A nice surprise with the Transporter for me was the quality of the lighting in the rear. LED lit, just the two, but they're nice and bright and actually make the rear space usable. Had terrible lighting in previous vans. So yeah, really impressed with that. Generally speaking, connectivity is pretty damn good in the Transporter. You've got a 12-volt socket on the dash there, which is brilliant for connecting a dash cam, as you can see. All vehicles should come with something like this, or pre-wired, but this is a great solution for that. And then we've got obviously Apple CarPlay wireless, and down here we have an additional 12-volt and a couple of USB-C ports. So yeah, pretty good connectivity throughout. Generally speaking, the seats in the Sportline are very nice. I've got seat covers on these ones at the moment. The captain's chair, as it's known, driver's seat, comes with armrests both sides, which are a game changer once you've had them. You've then got fully adjustable in terms of height, lumbar support, both sides are heated. As for the bench seat, nice to have that extra seat, can make use of it. Myself, my partner and our small dog can fit in here, so that's nice to have. You have storage, flips up. So yeah, they're generally speaking very nice. The interior is a lovely place to be. Very well laid out steering wheel. You've got the adaptive cruise on this side, and then all the media controls for the digital dash on that side. Full digital dash. Pretty sure it's identical to what's across the VW range, so the likes of the Golf. Large touchscreen on this side. Heated windscreen. Yeah, so very nice place to be in general. Storage in general is average at best. We have a cup holder just there, one on the driver's side, another one here. We've then got some storage here. The doors are quite good actually, there, and then down in the bins they're quite spacious. The glove box is a joke. I've got a few stolen pencils and a couple of forks from Tesco meal deals and a tape measure, and then it's full, so that's pathetic. And in previous vans I've had overhead storage up here, which again would be nice to have. I think there's the head height for it, so that would be great to have as well, but none of that, so average at best. Now I do have issues with the bench seats, so for me personally it's a no. when it comes to a bench seat. Much rather have the additional single seat. Problems being it's uncomfortable, it's very upright, there's no adjustment whatsoever. Accessing the storage underneath, you have to flip this up every time, which is a pain in the arse and a complete waste of time. They should and could have quite easily created access to the underside of the seat down there somewhere, which would have been much better. So for me personally, bench seat is a big no. Now personally, I'm not a fan of the metal bulkhead. It could be taken out, of course it could, but in previous vans I've had a plastic one. What that's allowed me to do is to actually drill a sort of 50mm hole through it, which allowed a little bit of extra loading capacity for pipes and things like that maybe. Don't really want to start drilling this metal one, so yeah, I prefer a plastic one to be honest. And the other problem with the metal one is that it does rattle and squeak, so that's annoying at times too. Now the only problem when you have a van like this ply lined is under here there is a bracket on the wheel arch, which is where you're supposed to store your jack. So once you ply line, you can no longer keep your jack just there. So right now my jack is under the bench seat, which isn't ideal because it rattles and makes a noise. So yeah, not ideal that one. Lashing points in the rear here, nice and chunky, good sturdy ones. However, there's only 6 on the ground. I would like to have seen something up high here, for example. That way then, hook something up there and secure items standing on their edge vertically. There's no means of doing that, so that's a bit of a shame. The Transporter comes with both stop start, as all modern vehicles do, and park assist. The buttons, however, are way over on the passenger side, pretty much. They probably should have put them here, I think, but that's not too much of a problem. As for the park assist, it's oversensitive in my opinion. Sometimes if you're on a downslope maneuvering, it detects the road ahead of you and slams the brakes on. That's happened a couple of times, so definitely oversensitive. As much as I generally like the user interface, I find it strange and a little bit annoying at times that you can't have sat-nav on both this screen and your digital dash at the same time. So if I select show map, there you go, turns that map off there, puts it on there. You can only have one or the other, and you can go full screen with it, but sometimes I kind of like both, to be honest. I've never been a fan of this feature on vans where you have to open the passenger door to refuel, but okay, it is what it is. What's also annoying with this is unscrew your cap, you then, instead of leaving it dangling, you're able to hook it up out the way. But it's not really out the way, it's actually hooked up in the way. It makes it difficult to get the nozzle in. So, not ideal. The Sportline does come with folding heated mirrors. However, they don't by default fold on lock. You either have to have it reprogrammed to do that, or you have to press and hold, and then they do fold, which is a bit annoying because the function is possible to fold on one lock, but you have to have it reprogrammed. And the final thing I would point out with the Sportline is the sport suspension. Yes, the vehicle comes lowered, so probably looks better. However, the ride quality does suffer. It's far too firm. Completely unnecessary. It's a van at the end of the day. Surely nobody's tracking this thing and really taking advantage of this sporty suspension. So in my opinion, the ride quality suffers too much and it's completely unnecessary. There we go, that's a more in-depth look at the VW Transporter Sportline. Some stuff I love and some stuff that annoys me. Thanks for watching and see you next time.